Hi there, welcome to my first coding challenge. I actually recorded 1 hour of this coding challenge already, but then I realized that my screen recorder wasn't working properly. It was only recording 1/4 of the screen. So I'm doing this again. So today's coding challenge is to make an OCR with PHP. But I already checked that OCR actually means optical character recognition, and I'm using PHP. It has nothing to do with optics. So actually I'm doing a text recognition algorithm or something like that in PHP. So let's get started. Alright, so here you see my original project, but you didn't see me write this code because the screen recorder wasn't working. So let's do this and start over. So let's close all these files here. No need to save that. And let's start over. So OCR, or text recognition. So I want to make a program with PHP that can take an image of some text and then convert it into actual text. Now, of course, you could do this with some library or something, and that would be the proper way of doing it. But that's not the point of this video. And the point definitely is not to show you how to do OCR with PHP. The point of this video is just to have fun. Let's have fun with PHP and try to make something crazy with it. So let's start. So how I think that I can do this is that first I need to generate some images of text, images of letters. And then I will split the letter into pieces. Not sure yet how many pieces it has to be, but pieces, and then I will calculate the average color of each of those pieces. And I will do that for all the letters. And then I can compare those with other letters, and I can calculate the difference between them, and somehow maybe that will tell me which letter it is, or what is the likelihood of it being a specific letter. So first let's start with a script that will generate the images of letters. So let's start a new file. And we'll make this a class. So I'll make a class called character image generator. And then it will have a method generate. And it will take as a parameter a string, which will be the letter to generate. Okay, so now I have to create the letter, the image of a letter in PHP. Now there are some functions. Here's my screen recorder. So I have to start with text image TTF text. That's the one I want to use. So this function will add some text with a specific font to an image. So let's go down here first and be a great programmer and copy all of this nicely. This is great programming. So I will add it here. So first of all, I want to create the image. I like to have spaces here. Do you like to have spaces there? So first I initialize. It's hard to write this word if I'm saying it. Initialize image. I will make a 30 by 30 image. And then let's call this initialize colors. That's how I want to say it. So I don't want gray, I want only white and black. And I will add these spaces here because it looks nice. And image field rectangle. So this will add a rectangle in it. So I will just do it 30 by 30 as the image is 30 by 30. So this will just make the background white because I think otherwise it's gonna be black. And then text is I'm just gonna put it here, and letter. So the text to write is the letter. You can take this out, so it's this letter. And this will take the image, the size, the angle, X, Y, color, font file name, and text. So the size will be 30. Well, I tried this already before, and I have to make it a little bit smaller because otherwise it will overflow. And which one was this? Angle is 0, no angle. X. So X will be the distance from the left, so it's going to be 0. And this one was very interesting. The Y is actually not the top right, or it's not the top right or top left, it's the bottom left approximately of the font. So it's very weird. So actually I have to put 29 here so that it will be like in the middle of the image, or actually in the upper left corner, which will be in the middle because the whole character will take up all of the space in the image. Okay. Add letter to image. Okay. And the font, I gotta get the font. So, what is that one? I don't need this. It adds 2 text here, so black, I need to use black one. And then image PNG. I don't need this because I only want to return the image. So I will put here that it returns a GD image. Okay. And the font. Okay, so I downloaded the font already. Let me find it here in the downloads. And I will put it here in the OCR folder. And I have to put / I think, because otherwise it behaves weirdly. And that should generate an image with a text, with a letter in it. So let's save this and call it character image generator. And let's make another file called ocr.php. And let's make a quick autoloader here for the classes. Register function class, and just require in this folder class.php like this. So this will load the classes that I will make, so I don't have to put them all separately in there. So then let's take generator is new character image generator, and then say letter equals generator generate. Let's do the letter A. Okay. So now this will return the GD image, as you can see here. So if I want to print the image out, I can do image PNG and letter. And I guess I have to do image destroy letter. Save this, and if I run it, it'll just print out some crap because it just prints out the code of the image. So I will put it into image.png. And then let's see what is here. There we have a beautiful letter A. And now we can say letter B. Let's see, it works. And it has a letter B. Okay. So now that we have a way to generate these letters, these will be the training material or the reference material for us. Then we need to create some kind of method to extract the data that we are going to compare between the letters. So we will make a new class. Let's do it this way. Code letter data.php. This will be a class again. Class letter data. It will have a private array of data. So here I will save all of the pixel data, basically. The color data of the thing. So I have to have a public function construct, and the construct will take a GD image. So I'll pass in the GD image that I generated with the other class. And now, how do we split the image into sections? Well, I think the easiest way is to just resize the image, and then all the pixels will be the parts of that image. So let's do that. So I will say small image equals this resize image. Let's take the image and let's say 10 by 10. And of course this doesn't exist, this method, so I will make it public function, private function resize image, and it takes a GD image and width, and it's going to be integer width and integer height. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the image resizing in PHP works by first initializing the, so initialize small image. So small image equals image create true color, and this will be the width and the height. So this is the new blank canvas that we will generate the image. Then we have to get the original images width and height. So get original image width and height. I could probably use some GPT here, some AI to generate this by these comments. Maybe that's a future episode. So it will be original width will be, what was that function? Images, it was very weird, images x. Images x, yeah. Who names these functions in PHP? Image, that is, and then original height is images y. Image. Okay, so now I have these, and then I need those for this one. Copy resize image. So it's gonna be image copy resized. So let's do this. Destination image. Let's do it. The name parameters. So it's gonna be easier to see. Destination image will be the small image, and source image will be the image that we pass to the function. Destination x will be 0, y will be 0. So I guess this is like the where in the picture you start to copy. So you can like crop with this or something as well. And source x is 0 as well, and source y is 0. So I think that what that means is where in the image you start to copy and where in the other image you start to paste, because this copies the image resized. Very weird. So what's the next one? Destination width, height, and source. So destination width will be the width that we set. Destination height will be the height that we set. And source width will be the original width, and source height will be the original height. Always put dot in the end so that Git will be happy. Speaking of Git, I should initialize a Git repository, git init. So this will resize the image and it will return the resized image. So return small image. Well, actually, it's in this case it will be small image, but I guess it could be larger. So we can say resized image. So it's makes more sense. Okay, so we take an image, we give it a width and height. So we create a new image with those dimensions, and then we get the original dimensions, and then we copy the original resized to the small one, and then return that. So let's just put construct. Let's just put here echo image png small image. So now we can see what happens. If I put it here, if I say letter data is new letter data, letter, like this, and then OCR. It's something, it looks very small, maybe it didn't work. Let's put it in the image and see what is in there. Ha! We have it there. There's a small b. Okay, it's 10 by 10 pixels. Amazing. So it works. So now we can resize the image. But that's not actually what we want to do. We want to then create the data from that. So basically, we just have to loop through all of the pixels in the image and then save those in the array. So let's do that. So I will just do a for loop. For. So I will go, I want to read it like this, line by line. So for every y, for every row of image, 0 y smaller than, I need to take this, well actually it's this, 10. So let's put this in a variable. Actually this is going to be like how small I do it, it's going to be the accuracy, I guess. So I could put here private int accuracy is 10, and then this could be the accuracy. This accuracy, this accuracy. So this is going to be the what are the names? Okay, so this is going to be the accuracy. So well, it's smaller than this accuracy because that will be the width of the image, or height actually, y plus. And then I have to have another loop inside this loop because that goes through all the rows of pixels, and then the next one will go to all the columns of the picture. Do you understand? You understand, I'm sure. You're intelligent. Let me know in the comments if you don't understand, then I will make a better video. And this is gonna be the X. And then we need to get the color. Colors is image color at. So this will give you the color of a pixel in the image at a certain point. So we will take the small image and we will take the X and the Y because they come from this loop. So wherever we are in the picture, in the loop, we take the colors, and I say colors because there are many colors. It has the RGB, you know, there's three colors. So then I have to take only one color, so it will be the color equals. And now I have to do those fancy operations that I do not remember how to do, but I will try to remember. Colors, bit shift or something. I still don't understand these bit shifts. 16 and 0xff. Was like this? Colors. So if you understand what this does, then you are more intelligent than I am. But basically this takes the red color from the image. And I take the red one because I think that I will only be working with black and white images. So all the colors will be the same if it's grayscale, I think. So it doesn't matter which color I take. And then let's say this data is new array. And this data add this color to the array. So I go through all the pixels of the resized image and I save their colors into the data array. Okay, good. So now I think I'm at the point where I realized, or where I checked that my screen recorder wasn't working. And now I've just done 30 minutes, so I didn't have time compared to that. So maybe it's a good thing that I have to do this again. Let's try this. So now how do we use this? Let's simplify this a bit and put it on one line. Is that better or not? Maybe. Let's say this is A, and it's letter A. And then this is B. Oh, I'm almost there. I have to do a comparison. So, okay, well, let's comment this out and let's just print our A. Let's see what is in letter data of A. Okay, we have all these different things here, all these different numbers from 0 to 255, meaning the color. Okay. And then we have to compare them. So how do we compare the difference between two arrays? Now, there might be some kind of like matrix math or something you can do, but I don't know anything about that, so I will just make a loop that loops through them and function compare. So I will compare this letter data object to another letter data object. So I will give this letter data object another letter data object. Letter. Okay. So now I will compare this to the other one. So I will have this data, which is going to be this data. So this is the data of this current object, current letter data object, and then we have that data, which will be letter data. So this is the data This here is the data of this element that we pass, this object we pass here. And this data will be the data of this current object. You understand? Of course you understand. Why not? And then we loop through for each this data as color. It's a color. Oh, I have to get the index as well. Index and color. So the index will be this part, the number, which element of the array it will be, and then the color will be this from 0 to 255. So I loop through the colors and I compare them to the other. So difference will be an absolute number. So I don't want negative numbers, I just want the difference between the numbers. Absolute number of color minus that data of the same index. So I will compare the pixels of those two images at the same positions. How much different are they in color? Okay, and this is going to be the difference. Let's call it error. And then we'll say total error is 0. Oh, what I'm doing? 0. And then total error plus equals the current error. And then we return the total error. So compare to this, take this data, take that data, and then loop through all of this data, take the error or difference, whatever you want to call it. I think it's normally called an error in this case. Let's say it's error. And then I will create two ledger data objects, A and B. And I will say echo A, compare B, and then this should output one number, which will be the difference between those two letters. And the difference is, let's put some end of line here, 8847. That is the difference. Now that doesn't really tell you anything, but hopefully if I put another A here, it's going to be the same. It's going to be 0. So if it's 0, it's for sure the same letter. And if I put here C, it's going to be a bit different. Okay? So what do I do now? Now I have to generate all the data. I should generate the letter data objects for all of the letters. Let's do uppercase letters for now, just to be a bit easier. So, how do I do that? Let's do this. So, for each, for, how do I loop through all the letters easily? I mean, I can do just like A, B, C, D, E, F. I don't want to do that. I want to do something cool. There's an ORD function. No, it's the other way. What's the opposite of ORD? ORD tells the number. I will find out what is this. Let's say ORD. CHR, was it? CHR. Code point. Okay, so this takes an ASCII code and turns it into a letter. So if I say 65, I think that is some kind of, let's put echo 65 and die. 65A, okay. So in B, there's 27, 6 letters in the alphabet. So I will say for I equals 65. I smaller than 65 plus 27. Embarrassing. How many letters? How many letters? Letters in the alphabet. 26. I knew that. 26 letters. All right. So do this. Let's see what this outputs. ABCD. Yeah, that's it. Great. So that's going to be all the letters. So this is going to be the letter, and then letter data will be letter data of this letter. Okay? So now I will do all of this. Can I just like serialize it or something? Because I don't want to. Let's just make a function public function get data, and it will return that is data, which is an array. And this, by the way, is a GD image. That's good. And letter data is this. So here it's going to be the all letters. It's going to be an array. And then I will say all letters index letter will be letter data get data. So you know what I'm doing here? So I initialize an empty array and I loop through all the letters in the alphabet and I create the letter data of that letter in the alphabet. And then I save the data as an array into all letters array. What if I do just this? What if I put just this letter data? And then if I do print r all letters. So this will be an array of objects. Array of objects with the data. So what if I just serialize this? So serialize will convert an array into a string. So I will say serialized is serialize all letters. Then I'll echo serialized. So it's all this bunch of data. So now this will be my data for the comparison. This is like the origin, the reference data. So I'll put it in a file. Let's see, PHP OCR to a file called reference data.txt. So here what? Null. There's a null byte in here. What is that? That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, here is the data. It should be for all the letters from A to Z. So, what do I do now? Now I need to compare it. So which letter is this? Right? And I have to have a function. Here is an image. Tell me which letter it is, right? Or here is a letter which. So I will say that. That's what I'll do. Public function which and it will say letter data, letter, which letter, and this will output a string. And I will say reference data is file get contents reference. This is not the best way to do it, but let's do it. So we get the reference data from there. Unserialize. So this will now be an actual array. When we unserialize the serialized, it's going to be an array of letter data objects. And then we say for each reference data as letter, we say letter is gonna, yeah, it's gonna work. Compare with this letter. Oops, I can't call it letter. Ref, let's go to ref. Reference letter. Compare letter. So this will be like the error, the score. Score, let's say score. Score equals this. And then we have to have the best. Best equals. What do I want to say with the best? Best is no at first. No best. If score, I have to say the best score. Best score is 0. No, I can't do that. Let's go it to be like something like this. If the score is small, it needs to be smaller. The smaller there's shouldn't be score, it's error. Best error. The best error, okay? The best error. That's like the last winner. The best error. Okay. If the error of this is smaller than the best error, then the best letter, best guess, let's go best guess is reference letter. I need to say which letter it is. Get letter. I need to do this. Best guess. And then it returns best guess. Okay. String. Oh no, if there's no best guess. So I need to make that again. Because I need to say private string. Wait a minute. No. I don't have to say anything. No. It's in the index. Letter. What is this? What do you call this? The actual letter. Letter name. So the best letter will be the letter name. Best guess is letter name. And it returns the best guess. Okay, let's try. So I don't need this anymore. Let's say A. New letter data A. Which? But I don't have, it should be actually like a static function. Static function. Which letter data? Letter data. Which? A. Which is it? Tell me, please. Z. Okay, it is Z. This is the last one. So it went through all of the reference data. If error is smaller than best error, I have to say best error is now this error. Otherwise it's going to be Z or something. Ha! I did it. Well, with one letter. Let's say letter K. It's letter K. Letter F. It's letter F. So it knows now from the exact same letter which letter it is. What if now I generate a bigger image? Let's put here width. Let's put the size because it's going to be the same. Integer size equals 30 at first, and then it's going to be size and size. So I can generate different sizes. This is going to be size -1. Size -1. So let's generate a big F, like 100 times 100. It's still F. F. That's that. Let's say image PNG F die. Let's save this to image.png. This is going to be a big F. That's a big F, which is a big win for me. So image, what if I do? Let's draw an F, and I'll draw it. Damn it, it should work. This is an F. Okay, is that an F? It's an F. Come on. I didn't really think that it will detect handwriting, but okay. Big F. So now, instead of this, I will say image create from PNG. And this will be big F.png. And then, oops. Which is that? That's an I. Maybe I'm not just a good drawer. So let's take some font here. F. Make it large. Actually, I don't know what the F looks like in Arial font. Let's say I do this. And let's do big F2. It's still an I, man. Okay, let's generate for now, because I don't know. I think I have to generate the reference material many times. So let's say this generate reference material, and then let's say private function generate reference material, and then we will take this from here. And this will generate it. I need the generator. Generator equals new character image generator. Okay? It's a static function. Damn it. Let's make it static right now. Whatever. Return all letters, and this is going to be an array, and it's actually going to be an generate a reference material. It's going to be an array of letter data. So I will change the accuracy. I will say 20. Is that too much? Still an I. Let's make a folder. Letters. And then let's, when we made the reference material, let's put all of the letters in there. So, letter is going to be the letter object. So letter object is GD image. So take the GD image, and then I will do ob start, and file put contents letters slash letter.png. Image source. And this has to be the image source is ob get clean. So what this does, it starts the output buffering, so everything that's echoed will be saved to the output buffer, and then ob get clean will take what is in the output buffer and then save it in the variable and then discard everything, so it's not gonna just splurt out the letter. So I'll take the image and I will save it into the letters slash letter.png. So now if I run this again, I should have here in the letters folder all the letters. But there's nothing in here. So maybe something is not working. Wait a minute. I have to call that image png, gd image, like this. Now I have everything here. That's amazing. F, where is F? F is here. It's a very small f. So that's what it looks like. That's pretty close, man. Why is that not? It's a bit. Compare this. It's longer. What if I transform it? Like this. That's an F. Better F. Better F. Okay, let's try this. Let's do better F. Ah! Okay, it recognizes it now. It just has to be similar, more similar than that. Okay. So it works. Let's try another letter. What is another letter? Let's take the letter R. Let's put it here. R letter. Ah! It works. I have successfully made a letter recognizer. I'm pretty proud of myself. All right. That's pretty good. I think there's a couple things that I can do. So, first of all, if I take this image and I make it like smaller, like this, for example, whatever, I put it somewhere here, and then I save it, weird R. And now, when it's in the wrong place, I think it won't work. So if I do weird R, and I put it here, and I say weird R. It's I again. Seems like everything looks like I. There's a lot of empty space in I, so that's why, I think. So, what I can do now is I should trim the image. I should take out all the white stuff, you know? So, I know I can use Imagick for that. It's called Imagick. Trim image. Imagick. Trim image. Removes edges from the image. Removes edges that are the background color from the image. This is exactly what I want. Fuzz. Okay. New Imagick. Trim. Huh. I've never used Imagick library. So, what will I do? I need to, here where I have the generator, I need to first of all trim this one. So it's always trimmed. So where do I need to put this thing? Okay, so in the end, okay, of course. So here I generate the image and then I want to trim it. So Imagick, this will take the, what will this take? Imagick, construct. Construct. It will take the file, array of paths. So this has to be the file. So I have to put this image in a file. Do I really need to do that? Let's do that. So save image to a file. So it's in the im variable. So im. I need to use the ob start again, and then image png im, and image destroy, so it destroys it from the memory im, and then the image will be ob get clean. Okay, I should put this in a function. I'll just make a class image. Is there an image class already? That's fine. Image, I will make just a static function. Public static function save to file, and it will go to gd image and string file name, and it will do all of that. Where is that? It will do all of this, and this is going to be the image. Get the image, and then it will say file put contents, file name, image. Okay, return this and save this as image.php. All right, so I can do image equals image save to file im file name. I need to make a file name. I will make a file name here, which will be image.png. Then I will put it here. File name. Let's do just some unique ID, and then delete it in the end. Unlink file name. I can put in whatever. I put in temp. Just put the temp name. This. Like this. And image. That's good. Then delete it. Do I have to delete it if I use the temp name? I don't know. I can delete it. Okay, so I'll save the image into a file. And then I will take the Imagick and I will trim the image. And then they echoed it. So it's gonna be just, if you make it to string, it will be trimmed. So if I wanna, then I have to go do like this. im is image create from png, and I have to put it again. I have to this is too complicated. I will make it better later, I promise. So this is going to be image 2, whatever, it's going to be the same. It's going to make a new temp name for it. You have to do another file, and I need to save this image. Is there some save? Save right here. Okay, Okay, let's use the actual method here. Write image. I can do write image file name. So this will write it into that file name. And then I have to, can I like make it Imagick to GD image. I want it to be the other way. Read image blob. Oh, I can use blob. Hey, okay, I will do that. Read image blob. That's a good one. I don't save anything to file. This read image blob. How did they write it? Read image blob. Exactly like that. But I still have to. I need to do this. I need to say image equals get blob. Let's say this, get blob of this image. And this function will be get blob. And then it will do this. It will return this. So now I have this save to file function if I need it, but I don't need it right now. But I need this get blob function. So maybe I could extend the GD image. Whatever, I'm not going to do that. Get blob. And this will be the GD image, yes. Great. So I don't need this. I get the blob of the image. And then I read the blob of the image with Imagick, Imagick. And then I trim the image. 0 is the fuzzing factor. I don't need this. And then file name. What is this? Write image. And I want Imagick to GD image. Or is there a trim function in GD? I don't know. Maybe I need just one. Oh, this is very complicated. Is this a WordPress thing? Okay, whatever. I can do this. I'll create a temporary file. I will write the image in the file. And then I will create the image from the file. And I can just return this. Add letter to image. Get blob of image. Trim white borders from image. Write image to file. Read image from file. It's not the best thing, but man, I think I have to do it like this. At least for now. There's some better way. I guess I could write it to like the PHP memory or something. Let's do this for now. Okay, here we are. Now we trim it. So now when we generate, let's see, I don't even know if I have the Imagick library in here. Imagick. Okay, so I don't have Imagick. How do I install it? It's easy. It's so easy to install stuff on Linux. Okay, let's try this again. T. Well, it changed. It's closer to T than it is to F. Oh, I forgot. I need to trim this as well. So, how do I do that? I'll make this just a public function. Let's say return this trim, and I will take the IM here. I'll take this here too. So we'll move this trimming to another place, so then I can do it easier. Public function trim, and it's a GD image. IM. So I get the blob of that GD image. I will trim it. I'll save it. I should delete it. Output is this, and then unlink file name, and then return the output. So it will delete the temporary file, and it will return GD image. Okay. And then I go here and I say F equals actually generator trim F. And then hold a second. And then it's R. Now it works. Okay, let's do the other letters now. Are they gonna work? What did I have here? Better F. I think it already read this, right? Better F. It's gonna be F. Big, how about big F that I draw myself? Oh, it's still T. How about big F2? It's an F. It's an F. Great. And well, this is gonna be F for sure, because it's the same font and everything. That's amazing. And the R letter. It's an O. Okay, so now I can recognize letters pretty well. So the next step will be to recognize, I have to recognize the letters from a sentence. So I have to have an image with multiple letters, and somehow I have to pluck them out of there and then check each one of them, which one they are, and then tell you what is the text. But that is for another day, because this is taking very long and I have to go to sleep. So thank you for watching today's video, and I will post the other one tomorrow or soon. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. I will leave a link in the description to the next one and in the pinned comment or something. So see you there. Oh, and by the way, you can find all of this in GitHub. So I will leave the link in the description again for the GitHub page for this project. So if you want to take a look at it and maybe make a pull request, make it better, then you can do it there. So thanks for watching. See you next time. And let's see if I can stop the recording and save the thing. Pause, save recording. Hopefully it works.